What up? I'll catch a few people by surprise on a Friday night. Looks like a big old full moon up there. What up? Who's sneaking in on me? What up with you, Dimry? Give me a minute. Let me get my eyeballs. Right. Boy, they think we're stupid, don't they? They're showing on the polls that Biden's leading. Yeah, right. Razor Bear, what's up? Hanging out in Juliet. Been there. Used to be a pretty big truck stop there at one time. I don't remember what it was. There was actually a truck stop, and then there was another little place that had a bar. Me and a buddy stopped in there once and had a beer or three. Had truck parking. That was back in the day. Oh, I'm supposed to not admit that, huh? Oh, we didn't do it. No. Oh. Well, thank you, whoever that was. Trucking Venom, what's up with you? Where you hanging out at? Grandma done went to bed. I figured what the heck, I'd come out here and get on this thing for a little bit. I don't hardly do it anymore. Don't know why. Dustin, what's up? Oh, I was going pretty good for an old fat guy. Pretty damn good for the shape I'm in. I got a heap of videos for you to watch there, Dustin, so actually most of them are for you to listen to. I got a lot of people that used to listen to them. Okay. If you're asking me if I believe in visions from God, yes, I do. I had one myself. But I also know that there's a lot of people that will fake that stuff too. Why they would fake it, I don't know. But the good book even tells us to be careful of it. The good book also tells us that there will be times when the old men have dreams and visions. So yes, I believe in it, and yes, I'm going to caution you to be careful. In New York, man, they're mad at you, ain't they? Well, government knows best, Bear. You don't know when you're tired. 15,000 mile a month, that ain't bad. 3,500 miles a week consistently, that ain't bad, dude. You didn't let the grass grow under your feet. But then again, you ain't a rookie. You've been on my channel long enough. I know you're not a rookie. Try and get this damn thing set up. Well, for one thing, I wouldn't worry about it so much as I would worry about talking to him. Ask him what you're supposed to believe. Don't worry about believing man and what man says. Remember, man is deceitful. So, talk to the Lord and ask him to guide you. And I wouldn't worry so much about visions that other people have. JJ, I called and woke his butt up the other morning. He was trying to tell me he was sitting up watching TV. I didn't believe him. Little baby. No, I ain't worried about lung cancer. I don't worry about any of it. Guess why? Because I'm right with him. If he wants me to go when he says it's my time, there's nothing that can keep me here. If he wants me to be here, there's nothing that can take me away. That's called faith in him. Yeah, that whole stuff up there is not good. You know, did anybody watch any of the DNC or RNC the last 2 weeks? Well, who the hell said I liked you anyway, JJ? Don't start rumors like that. You know, if you watch the DNC, and I watched part of it. Did I watch it every night all week? Oh, hell no. I'm not into self-torturing. But what I did watch of it, everything is Trump's fault. We live in a racist country. Our country's going to hell and only the Democrats can save us. Didn't hear nothing about no real patriotism. Didn't hear nothing about what they was going to do to straighten the country up, to help us out, what they would do for us. Only thing I ever heard is that we was racist and it's Trump's fault. And I didn't watch a whole lot of the RNC either, but I did last night. Me and Grandma sat through all of the president's spiel last night, and his daughter before him. And he's a patriot. I don't care what they say. He had the flags out. Did you see any flags out on the DNC? The DNC, it was all over the internet where they took under God out of their Pledge of Allegiance. Really? Just change stuff up to suit them? Uh-huh. Well, exactly. You ain't heard nothing that Biden's going to do. And I'll tell you my thoughts. I have no proof. But my thoughts is they know Joe's about gone. Which is why they got Harris in there. They want to use her as the first black female president. I honestly think that. If Joe gets voted in, I promise you, in less than a year, something's going to be wrong with him where he has to step down and she's going to take over office. And if y'all know her record as a politician and a lawyer, that should scare you. My biggest fear is that people's going to think that Trump's got it regardless, and they're not going to get out and vote for him, and enough people that thinks you and I will cover their vote is going to let the Democrats win. And in the trucking industry, we have so many people that get on and talk the talk, but they don't get out and vote. And that's a crying shame. It really is. Well, you're right, JJ. The best day, and the best part of that day was when I got to drive away from you. Oh, Lordy. And I know you still go back down to that truck stop where we met at, and you sit there and just reminisce about meeting a chick magnet. I don't even know who that Joe Jiggerson is. I ain't never heard of him before. You know, I got 9 people and 1 thumbs up. Well, thank you, Dustin. No, it ain't what I got to tell myself. That's what Dee told me. She shot me a text message while you was asleep. Told me she had to take you down there, and you sat there and cried like a baby missing me. No need checking your phone. She probably deleted it. Yeah, and you think she gonna be taking some of them Democratic votes? What up, 03? Yeah, I used to be able to roll and do a lot of stuff. Oh, you mean truck. You're rolling the truck. Okay, wrong kind of rolling, dude. I was having flashbacks there for a minute. Don't mind me. I'm going to tell you, don't let a stem tear your paper. It's easy to do when you're rolling and driving. Oh. Well, I've been kicking back, doing a whole lot of nothing. Got to work on my boy lawnmower tomorrow. Oh, don't I wish, JJ. I can't do that no more. Well, I got 2 thumbs up anyway. Venom threw me $5. Thank you, Venom. I don't even know what temperature is here. Probably low 70s, more or less. Nice evening. Very nice evening. Sitting outside our door here. Got a street lamp over there for a little while longer. Boy was talking about having it turned off. I don't blame him. They charge you like $35 a month for that damn thing. You gotta be smarter than the phone, JJ. Ah, I hear you, Dustin. Well, between me and Grandma, we had 6 youngins. We're here waiting on our 17th one, grandchild to be born. She's supposed to be arriving in about a month, maybe less. Grandma's excited. Oh. Yeah, I see 3 folks dropped out. Oh well. I ain't exciting enough tonight. You don't want me to get into politics. So, Dustin, you a driver? You OTR? You local? Regional? You don't drive? What's up? Give a first timer? Yeah, actually, I could. I could give you a lot of advice. For one thing, you got to learn to slow down and enjoy it. Enjoy that child. Enjoy being a parent. Enjoy the time with your wife. So many of us as men, because the majority of us old timers, I don't know about the youngins, we was raised where we've got to stay busy making a living for the family. And I was a workaholic because I was so worried about providing that I missed a whole lot of my kids when they was babies because I was out working. And if I wasn't working, I was stressing. You like you're saying that you're up overnight because of this baby and you're nervous? Ain't nothing to be nervous about, buddy. Stop and think about it. Women been having babies for a long time. They have. Parents have been raising children for a long time. And the majority of it always turns out good. So it's nothing new. You're not inventing the wheel. So just relax. Make yourself calm down. Make yourself slow down and enjoy the time with you and your wife. And I'll also tell you, don't be one of these dads that I'm not changing the shitty diaper. Oh no, that's the woman's job to do this. That's the woman's job. No, don't do that. Her job was to have the baby. She done did it. Now it should be both of your jobs to raise that baby. So you need to do your share of getting up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning when that baby's squalling and you need to take care of the baby. Whether it needs fed, unless it's being breastfed, that one's a little bit out of your league. But if you need to give it a bottle, give it a bottle. If it needs its diapers changed, change its diaper. If it needs burped, got the colic, whatever. Learn to take care of that baby and you pull your share. Don't leave it all up to her. Because you know why? As you do, she's going to get tired, she's going to get stressed out, and she's not going to be enjoying that baby's time. So now you're working and not enjoying that baby. She's stressed out and wore down, beat down, and she's not enjoying it. Why the hell did you have a kid? You came onto the No Sugar Added channel, and you asked me for advice. I'm going to lay it out there. You think about what I've said. Learn to be a dad. Anybody can be a father. Any sperm donor can be a father. Learn how to be a dad. Learn how to take care of your baby. So there you go. And they got a lot of damn frogs here at my boy's house. Jim Dunn, what's up with you? Well, how'd he do at the football game? I seen you talk about they was going to do it the other night. See now, Dustin, there's a man right there, Jim Dunn. Now, I'm always giving him hell. Don't get me wrong. We have fun cutting each other down. But Jim Dunn right there is a man that takes care of his kids. He's doing exactly what I was just telling you. He's always been there as a part of his kids. He didn't let his job, his career, get in the way of him raising them youngins. Well, that all depends. I'd research whoever I was going to take classes from. I personally never had a class in my life on it. However, there's some people that just ain't comfortable without it. And what are they going to teach you in parenting class? They're going to teach you how to change a diaper. Ask your mama. She can teach you that. They're going to teach you about the colic. Might teach you about that baby getting a rash and what to do. But all the stuff that you really need to know as a parent, you need to learn from your mama and her mama. They can teach you. Don't be a hard-headed new parent, and I don't want to hear what they got to say. They screwed up raising me. Don't do it. Take the advice from your parents. Them grandmas, they can teach you a lot. That's why we're here. This daughter-in-law here, it's her first baby. It's my son's fifth, but her first, and she wants grandma here to help her out. So, well, sure, it's more intimidating, but you can handle it. But don't let me discourage you away from parenting classes if you think you need them. And there's plenty of other old women out there that you probably know that's had a baby or two. You probably got a sister or a cousin or an aunt that you need to be able to talk to them. Sometimes, believe it or not, sooner or later, that baby's going to keep you all awake all damn night with that crying, and you ain't going to be able to figure out why. What does it need? What is wrong? What else can I do? So you need to have a backup, like call Mama. Grandma won't mind getting a call at 3 o'clock in the morning and you saying, Mama, I've did this, and this. And she's going to tell you something to do to help that baby. Didn't know I'd get into parenting classes tonight. But it is what it is. Time, Budrow. Hell, I don't remember where you was last time. You get around more than I do. Well, JJ, these frogs, you can hear them, I'm sure, in the background, but these are hopping all over the place here in the driveway. Yeah, I got to fix that mower. His grass is needing cut something bad, and he's got the grandbabies this weekend. I'm going to excite them boys, or they're actually the two older ones, which one's a boy and one's a girl, and they're going to get to help mow grass. But I'm not going to pull a Jim Dunn and catch myself on fire. Y'all quit chatting me up already. What's up with that? Well, if she's the one wanting the parenting classes, dude, go to them. And don't go to them because you're not confident or nothing. You go to them to be with your wife, to help share the experience. If they will make her more comfortable, dude, the biggest problem men have is they try to be too damn manly. They have this warped sort sense of what makes them a man, and men don't do that, and hogwash. Don't wait until you're too damn old to figure out that you was wrong when you was a youngin'. If that's what makes that little girl happy, then go. By all means, go. It can't hurt you. If you get there and you find out that they don't like men there, and some people don't, some women, whoever's teaching the class, keep your mouth shut and let your wife learn. You're there for her. And I'll tell you something else that you and your little wife need to learn is that whatever feelings that you're having, that baby can feel them through you. So if you're getting frustrated with a baby because it won't quit crying, that baby can feel that. You know, if she's upset about something, the baby can feel it. So whatever feelings you've got going on, that baby will too. Well, that's a good thing. You only asked me what I thought. You didn't say you was going to live by my words. I'm fine with that. You take people's, if you ask for their advice, you take their advice and you balance it with what you already know and have heard and you think you know, and you make your decision. Davy Pancakes, huh? Well, the day's almost over though, Davy. Yeah, I used to come on live every night. I used to make a lot of videos. I've just slowed down and chilled out. No, that ain't quite a full moon. It was supposed to be a double moon or something the other night. We wanted to catch it. We missed it. Yeah. Them babies can feel through you. And I'll tell you something else that I learned the hard way. And, well, I shouldn't say that. But we did it anyway. But learned through other people's mistakes is do not, when you get that baby home in the beginning, don't be tiptoeing around and trying to keep everything perfectly quiet while that baby's sleeping. Because you do, and that's going to become a problem. You need to go ahead and go on with what you're doing. Make your little bit of noise, play your radio, TV, whatever, and let that baby learn to sleep to them normal noises. And then that baby will sleep all the time. If you don't, that baby will be sleeping, and you close the door, and that baby will jump. Or you'll get company. They'll ring the doorbell, knock on the door, and that baby will jump and wake up. And you'll start talking to someone, and just your voices will wake that baby up. Let that baby learn to sleep through normal household noises. Whatever kind of music you play, that's what I would suggest you always have playing. That's just me. Good 43 minutes, right? Razor Bear, what's up? I haven't been on YouTube much myself of late. I do my Sunday morning services, and I'll throw up a video every once in a while, or the son or grandkids will. And I don't know if I'm done with trucking or not. We'll see. We're trying to work out the financial end of it. I still got my CDL, so I get broke enough, guess what? I'll climb back in the truck. That damn sure ain't what I want, Grandma wants, or my son wants. Ain't nothing but a thing, brother. Hope you got just one piece of advice out of all that. Well, if there's a second one behind the first one, I can't see it. I hear you. Miss Clementine, what is up with you? See? And as I stay on here long enough, I get some of the old hands in here. Yeah, I considered driving the bus. I actually had planned on driving a bus here for the university, but they evidently ain't hiring. Well, I missed you too, dear. Don't let your husband hear us. You know how jealous he is of us. But yeah, they lost a bunch of their drivers here during that shutdown over the summer and spring. But they had an app out online, so I filled it out. I've almost got enough experience, but they ain't called me. My show, I don't put on a show. That's for them fake folks. Last thing I are is fake. Live and in person. You been keeping up with my videos? I've been trying not to go too political, but there's some of this political nonsense just driving me crazy. And I want to scream at some of these people to open their damned eyes. Quit drinking the Kool-Aid. Said that a while back, and old boy said, you probably don't even know what that means. I said, gotcha. I always use words and terms that I don't know. Well, you know, there's a little meme that goes around online that says after the election there will be a civil war. And they said that they feel sorry for those that, what is it? Well, I forget what they said they're going to be fighting with. I blew that joke. Well, quit it, Razor. There ain't no need in arguing with them. I tell you what, you might as well go talk to a tree and argue with that tree. you're going to have about as much luck getting any common sense comments out of that tree as you will a damn Democrat. If they're still a diehard Democrat, I guarantee you that you ain't going to change their mind about nothing. I just decided I didn't want to tell that joke. You've probably seen it. And if you follow me on Facebook, you've probably seen it on my wall. I have joined a group on Facebook. It's called Walk Away. And I actually read a whole lot of them people's stories. Democrats that are walking away from the Democratic Party. And all of their stories are the same. About how hateful the left is and how bad they get tore up for talking about becoming a Republican or liking Trump, to a point of their family even blowing them off, disowning them, distancing themselves. They have, JJ. I mean, right now, dude, you know me, I talk honest with you. Right now, the Democratic Party is backing so much of the bad stuff. I mean, I understand that they're supposed to take a little bit of a different view than the Republicans. For years, I told everybody that the two parties was so much the same that it was a real fine line that separated them. Over the last 4 years, buddy boy, has that changed. And they have such a hatred for Trump that they hate people like me. Now, you and I can joke about our different parties. You're a rare exception to the Democrats that can even joke about it. And the way I talk, you're a rare exception to be able to handle the way I talk. I mean, really, in all honesty, dude, you're not a Democrat. The only reason you're a Democrat is like so many of them that I read on that walkaway, that their parents were Democrats. And they've been told all their lives that the Democrat is for the little guy. Democrats is for the working class. They're not no more. Back when your daddy was young, yes, they was. Back when your grandpa was around and young, yes, they was. But that's a whole different Democrat Party from today. So no, you're really not a true Democrat, dude, whether you like it or not. Simply because you've been on my channel so long and we've been talking and visiting and whatnot. And I ain't trying to talk you out of leaving your party. That's up to you. You don't vote no damn ways. But oh, I tell you what, there's so many of them leaving, it's crazy. And the majority of them, what has drove them away is the media. Because they've been listening to the media and what they're playing and the politicians that they have on their news broadcasts. They've been listening to this stuff. And these riots that have been happening the last 3 months, that the Democrats have not said nothing about until just the other night, after the DNC. They just this week said something bad about it. You know? And so many people have been checking into it and finding out once they get away from the CNN and all that and do a little bit of do a Google search on some of the stuff where they said Trump said this, and they cut the tape and all that, and they'll go get the real speech where the president was talking, and they'll listen to him, and they're like, wait a damn minute. They butchered that all up to get what they wanted. And all this rioting and stuff in the streets. I'm a firm believer in protesting. I'm a rebel by nature. I believe in going against the establishment and small government and all that. I've always been a rebel. I rebel. So I'm all into these people that want to protest. But when you start burning stuff down, breaking windows, assaulting people, you are no longer protesting. Now you are a mob. You are a riot. And the mob mentality should never win. And so many of these democratic cities is letting that mob mentality get them to change laws. Who was it I read today? I shared it on my wall. One of the big cities, I ain't going to say who it was. I can't think of which one it was. I shared it with a cop buddy of mine. He's a retired cop in Texas. And they have totally defunded, or no. They passed a law where now assaulting an officer or a judge or any civil service person, whether you're a prison guard or working in an office, if you assault one of them, it is now a misdemeanor. Really? So they just opened the season on anybody that is working for the government. That should cost them some damn votes right there. Because I know in most of these places, especially here in Georgia, usually when you've got a Democratic governor, Democratic mayor, you've usually got a lot of Democrats working in the inner offices of everywhere you've got to go to. Well, they just made a target out of them. So now if some of these spoiled kids that don't know how to control themselves, that's used to throwing a temper tantrum, don't get their way, they can go and stand in one of these offices and go off on somebody, and there's nothing wrong with that? I say there is. I'm saying if their parents didn't bust their ass, then the state needs to. I'd say if you put your hands on anybody in anger, you need to face some serious issues. Period. But that's just one old man's thoughts. I hear you. I'm the same way. Oh, yeah. Pelosi's a joke. Oh, I guarantee you, JJ, if your grandpa was alive now, he would not be approving what they're doing today. Well, did you watch last night's, the last night of the Republican convention? Did you see what happened when the people was leaving? And that was at the White House. They was trying to leave the RNC, and here's all these Antifa, BLM, and all this other stuff. They out there all up in their faces screaming and yelling at them and being stupid. There wasn't enough cops there to control it. And D.C. happens to be a Democratic-run city. And I wonder how come it just worked out that a Democratic city didn't have enough police force at a major event like that. Yeah, tell me that wasn't planned. You'll never convince me differently. Well, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Me and JJ, he's Democrat, I'm not. And we've poked fun at each other, and we have joked, and we have disagreed on some things. However, we've remained friends. We've remained sociable to each other. You know, ain't neither one of us broke down and started calling each. Well, yeah, we do call each other bad names, but it's got nothing to do with politics. You know, we keep a civil tongue in our mouth when we do discuss politics. And, you know, that's how it's supposed to be. You don't have to agree with everybody and every view they have. There's Republicans that I don't agree with every view they got. But you ain't got to go stupid and you ain't got to pull the race card and all this other nonsense. You ain't got to do it. Oh, yeah, I can believe it. Well, I heard rumors about that trial, but I didn't know if it was smack or not, and I didn't bother to look it up. Do I carry a gun in the truck? I'm not in a truck. See them bricks behind me? And whether I did or not, I wouldn't tell you. Well, that's the thing of it, Miss Clementine. I agree with you. I don't know what to expect exactly. But yeah, that's why they're so mean and vicious right now. They're not giving up. They're pulling their. That's what this damn COVID-19 nonsense is. You know, they can holler, "Oh yeah, take your tinfoil hat off," all they want. It's amazing how all this bad stuff has happened in 2019, huh? Oh yeah, I understand. People don't want to listen. They don't want to believe it. And you know, the Bible tells you that too. The Bible tells you that you're going to see things coming, but you won't see it. It'll be happening in your time and you won't even know it. People want to be blind. They want to be ignorant of what's really going on around them. They are so wrapped up in themselves and nowadays in their cell phones that they don't care. And these kids that are out here protesting and stuff, well, I ain't even going to call it protesting. These looters and rioters that are out in the streets and stuff, I guarantee you, they cannot quote you any kind of facts at all. The only thing they're going to quote you is what they've read off that paper they got when they got hired to be out there fighting and looting. No, I don't need to be no president. Vote for Trump. Jose, vote for Trump. Yep, yep. That's a fact, Miss Clementine. I'm the same way. Y'all better have your beans and rice put away. Well, they're not going to divide us the way they think. I was listening to a black man today, and yes, I'm going to call out his race. He was a black man. And he was in Atlanta today. And he said that they had a tent put up. And said that tent was more than overflowing with black citizens that was coming in there for Trump. They said they was so fed up and opening their eyes to the bullshit the Democratic Party is pulling over on them. And the biggest thing he heard that they was pissed about was when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Evidently, a lot of folks didn't like that. Me, I knew it was true, because I'm not voting for him and I'm not black. But evidently, some black folks didn't like that. You know, Joe Biden's a joke. He is nothing but a joke. Oh, I'm smoking too much tonight. Oh, yeah. Their vaccines are a joke. Well, they've been giving vaccines in schools for years. And that's what me and Grandma was talking about earlier. I have never taken a flu shot in my life, and I will not take one. She was working in a nursing home at one time, and she was forced to take one. And she got the flu from it. Imagine that. I've never taken one. I ain't taking none of their damn shots. Well, the comfort in ignorance is that whenever it does come down, they can say, oh, I didn't see that coming. I didn't know. Why didn't someone tell me? Yep. Well, and that's what I've said for a long time there, Miss Clementine. Now, down in Texas, we've got a lot of Mexicans there. Born and bred Americans. It ain't like I know a bunch of illegals. They do not like the left pushing for open borders. I don't know why so many people want to believe that all of the Mexicans want open borders. They don't. The only ones wanting open borders are the illegals, the criminals, and the Democrats. The Mexicans that I know, they would tell you that the illegals is giving all Mexicans a bad name. I know a few blacks too. And they say basically the same thing. They're not wanting the handouts and blah, 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 blah. They're out making a living like the rest of us. Where I see all this hate and nonsense is out of these damn fools in the city. One of the reasons I don't live in the city, evidently it makes everybody very unhappy to live in the city. I don't like being very unhappy. I'll stay in the country by myself with Grandma. Huh. Dog kidney cell, that don't surprise me. Miss Clementine, you told me where you're at. Where y'all at? Aren't you in Georgia? Yeah, that happens to a lot of kids. Yep. I kind of figured that by your name, Jose. I might be country. I just ain't stupid. Ohioans? You're in Okie? Yeah, I'm in Georgia too. We need to swap phone numbers. Did we swap phone numbers here a while back? I swapped phone numbers with somebody here in Georgia a while back, and they never did call me back. Sawyer? Okay. I used to drive out of Oklahoma. Trying to think of the name of it now. Can't think of the name of the town. All right. I take it wasn't us that swapped phone numbers before. I don't know how far you're away from Athens. What's up, Ashton? Good Lord has blessed me in more ways than one. But right now, we ain't going to get very far away from Athens at all. Oh, yeah. Well, we're hanging out here all the time until that baby comes around. So, yeah, send me your number and whatnot. If you and the hubby ain't busy, come up our way. Yep, home of the UGA. Now, did I misunderstand there, Miss Clementine? Well, thank you, Jose. Did you say you're in Georgia or you're in Ohio? If you're in Ohio, you ain't going to want to drive over here to see me. Yeah, from Bakersfield, huh? And then Bakersfield, California? You know, it's starting to get hot out here. I'm about to break out in a sweat. Won't be long, I'll be going in there and seeing what's on the idiot box. Spent a lot of time in Bakersfield. I could tell stories about that. Okay. Well, I hear you. You see, me and Grandma's got itchy feet. But hopefully here in the next few months, we're going to start doing a little bit of traveling. If things go the way we're planning, we'll see. Well, folks, I'm breaking out in a sweat. We've been on here over an hour. I sure enjoyed the conversation with y'all. Sorry I don't get on here more than I do. I'm trying. But get up and go just ain't getting up worth it anymore. I hear you, Dustin. Bakersfield, it had its day back in the day. Used to be a trucker's party town. Yeah, some of them do. I don't know about nowadays. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for stopping in. Remember, good Lord love you, and so do I.